Hello again. The bulletin is live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana and also on DSTV channel 277. Let's begin with some election-related stories as research and data firm Fitch Solutions is predicting that the opposition NDC will defeat the ruling NPP in the upcoming December 7 general election, noting that 54% of respondents in a recent survey favored NDC's candidate John Mahama to win the presidential election. Here is Mike Kruniger, Associate Director of Country Risk at Fitch Solutions.
We believe that the opposition, National Democratic Congress, or NDC, has a stronger chance of winning the upcoming general election compared to the ruling party, the ruling New Patriotic Party, NPP. So recent polls consistently place the NDC ahead, with the most recent survey showing 54% of respondents favoring the NDC, as you can see on the right-hand side chart. In addition, multiple surveys have shown that economic management and job creation are going to be the most important issues during the election for voters, which we believe will put the ruling NPP at a disadvantage given the economic challenges that the country has faced over the last couple of years. In terms of what a government change will mean for the economy, we think that policy direction under a likely NDC government would remain largely unchanged, really. The NDC would most likely stick to Ghana's IMF program as well as fiscal consolidation, particularly as the party has shown commitment in the past to international agreements and obligations. So in summary, we expect broad policy continuity in Ghana despite a likely government change.
Let's stay on this and get some reactions from political experts. Dr. Asasante on the projections by Fitch Solutions. Good afternoon, Doc, and thank you for your time here on Newsbeat. What do you think? Do you agree with the position of Fitch Solutions that the NDC is likely to win the elections in December?
Oh, they have gone to the field and collected their data and done the analysis. But these institutions are very credible institutions. So when they conduct study, you have to look at it from where it's coming from. And then based on what you see, if you are a political party at the receiving end, you need to put your acts together and work very hard. The same thing goes for the party that it says that the NDC, which is likely to win. They also need to double their effort and then work. So in effect, all of them, all the parties need to work very hard to make sure that they get the best out of this. This type of surveys provide opportunity for political parties to know their strengths and weaknesses. And at the end of the day, it helps them to plan and plan well. I am not surprised about what they are talking about, particularly when they are talking about the fact that the economy is going to be one of the factors that will sway voters in one direction or another. Research in Ghana has shown that in Ghana, the economy is the number one consideration for voters when they want to decide who to vote for, because the economy, as you and I are aware, determines everything. So once you have a problem with the economy, it affects infrastructural development, which is another consideration voters another factor voters take into consideration. It also affects employment, and is also another area that there is a touch upon, that there are large army of youth who are work in this country without jobs. They finish all manner of training, but with no jobs. So when economy is not healthy, it affects also employment opportunity. It's also one factor that is critical to voters is issue of what the health and education and the rest of them. You need resources to push the frontiers of these sectors very well, and that is a function of a healthy economy. If economy is in crisis, obviously it will undermine the strength of these sectors. So by and large, it tells you that there is more work for the MPP to do. particularly in the area of the economy. Infrastructure development is also critical, and you want to push that agenda if you are government. And now that the economy is in crisis, how well are you going to push that baton? That's a problem. Issue of corruption is one of the factors voters consider. And if you look at the score from Transparency International and then its local ally, which is Ghana Integrity Initiative, you realize that the MPP has performed abysmal in the area of the fight against corruption and all that. So these are great indicators that influence voter choices. So I'm not surprised that Fitch Solutions have come out with two, saying that they are going to be part of the factors that voters will consider when they are exercising their franchise 2024.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Asante. Kindly hold on as we get onto the phone lines and speak to Deputy General Secretary for the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, for his thoughts on this particular survey from Fitch Solutions. Good afternoon, Haruna. Now, what are your initial reactions from yourself with respect to this prediction by Fitch that the NDC is likely to win the election in December?
Thank you very much. I must first of all say good afternoon to your cherished viewers and you yourself. We in the NPP are always happy to have an intellectual discussion such as this particular findings that is made by Fitch. We all know that reports on such magnitude are always on opinion. These are opinions of other people that they are taken to represent the totality or the view of the people of Ghana. We have always welcomed findings of such polls, but we know that this is not final, this is not cast in stone in terms of how data is going to be utilized. We still have a number of months to go into the election, and as a student of research, I know that research are conducted over time and repeated to confirm and reconfirm. So as a party, we will take the report and look at the indices and the index and variables that are used to come to this conclusion. So we are not going to poo-poo this particular research because it is not the first research to be done. Professor Sapon had done research, Musa Dankwa has done a number of research, other bodies have done research, and they've all come out with findings. It's left with us to be able to test these findings of this research and see whether it will be able to stand the test of time.
They mentioned the economy as one key factor that would determine, the party that would win the election. How crucial and how important is it to you as a party when it comes to the economy to make sure that the people accept the message that you are selling out to them so you can win the election come December?
Yes, I think that they've mentioned two factors in their report. They've mentioned about employment, and they've also mentioned about management of the economy. If you pick the two issues, if you take the 2 points that they have raised, one, unemployment. We all know that under NDC we were under IMF, and that was the point that we had what we call the policy credibility, which has put a ban on government to recruit people into the public services. So employment into the public services was very low. It took Akufo-Addo's government to be able to work on this particular trajectory and employed more numbers when it comes to the Fourth Republic, who has been able to recruit people onto the labor system. So we have employed more people. Go and check in the security service, go and check in the local government service, go and check in the public service, go and check in the private sector, where we have introduced stimulus packages to be able to support the private sector to become the engine of growth. So we have outperformed them in that area. When we come to the economy, we all know that there has been global crisis. Even with the global crisis, the first quarter growth of the economy of our government is far better than a non-global crisis economy of 3.4% under John Dramani Mahama. So the beauty of this particular democracy and this report is that one person who is coming has been president before, the other person has not been president, even though we are going to rely on the good works of His Excellency Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo's best in terms of global crisis, or worst in terms of global crisis, is better than the best of minus global crisis under John Dramani Mahama. So in terms of economy, we are not worried at all. We have not brought heaven to the people of Ghana. But in terms of the work that we have put through and the indicators that Fitch in themselves know, Fitch know that the indicators we have today is far better than the indicators we have in 2016.
All right. Thank you very much.